Hey guys, so to start off today, I wanted to begin by showing you my pre-workout meal. I tend to have something like this very often before I work out. There's oatmeal in there. I topped it with cereal, the cinnamon bun cereal, because I was supposed to have bananas, but I was out of them. And then also topped with Walden Farms syrup.
Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me.
Hey guys, so I actually filmed most of this earlier, but then my camera kept dying and I was gonna just kind of finish it up right now, but it's just a lot easier for me to restart and explain everything again. And I'm sorry I'm sweaty. I just came from practice, did some legs and died, and it was super fun. Okay, so I'm gonna update you on my prep first. Okay, so I am 4.5 weeks into my prep and I have 10.5 left until my first show. But then I am planning on doing a second show that's 2 weeks after my first one, but I'm just gonna kind of play that by ear, and I'm just looking at the first show because it's easier to think, okay, 10.5 weeks out than 12.5 weeks out. It's easier to just have my mind on that one goal and first stage. So that's basically it. So today I hit a new low weigh-in, and progress is not linear, and you're not just gonna every time you weigh in just be like lower and lower and lower. That can happen, but most likely you're still gonna go up, and you might have parts where you're plateauing and staying at one weight and not able to get down. But yeah, today was a new low weigh-in, and I'm just gonna show you kind of the weigh-ins I've had thus far. I started out my prep March 28th at 120.4 pounds. And then this morning, which is April 27th, I was 115.8 pounds. So I've lost almost 5 pounds so far, and that's about averaging out to a pound a week, which is really nice because I don't want to lose more than that. Just because I don't want to lose muscle too. So a pound a week seems pretty good, especially because I really don't have that much weight to lose. I'm guessing in all I'll lose about, from the start to the end, 10 to 12 pounds, but you don't know. You might look different on stage. I have a different body than I had last year. I might look different. So I really don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm really excited. I'm just trusting the process right now, and I'm having fun. Also, I was actually listening to a podcast that Jeff Nipper had up with Lyle McDonald talking about females and weighing yourself, because obviously with your cycle it's going to differ. So something that's very important is to maybe weigh yourself like the first week of January to the first week of February. Kind of look at those changes rather than like the first week of January to second week of January to third, because if you're kind of looking at on a monthly basis, it's kind of more in tune with your cycle. It's going to be more indicative of the progress you're making. And let me also say, this is a physique sport, so yes, weight is important. It's a good indicator of progress, but the best way you're going to be able to gel progress is simply just looking and seeing if you're leaning out. Like my face is actually getting a little thinner. My arms are leaning out. I'm starting to see my abs. My legs are always the first to lean out. So everything's kind of coming together now. And that's the best way to indicate progress, is actually looking at yourself, because the judges don't know what you weigh. So that's probably the most important part. And you need to be very objective with it too, because it can be difficult. Especially because you're judging yourself. So you have to be very comfortable in your own body to be able to see, okay, I need to fix this, I need to fix this, without being too hard on yourself. And you have to have a very objective mind whenever going towards it. So weights can change every day. So yesterday morning I was 117, this morning I was 115.8. So I even told my coach I was holding a lot of water that morning. Just that those last few days I had been holding a lot of water. I ate a lot of sodium Monday, which kind of helped cause the higher weigh-in. So a lot of things are going to differ just depending on the day, depending on if I have a high carb day, the next day I'm going to be heavier, kind of. So it just depends, and so you can't be too hard on yourself. And a lot of competitors have been taking averages of the week, which I think is a pretty good idea. I don't do that, but I weigh myself like twice a week, so I kind of know. Now on to it. Is this all worth it? Is prepping in college, not being able to go out and drink, not being able to really eat what my friends are eating, is it all worth it? There have been times during prep, during other preps, during this prep, when I'm just like, darn it, I really wish I could just like go out with my friends, eat whatever I want. And sometimes it's hard. Like I'm not constantly just like, oh my God, like I just want to be shreds-y. I don't even care. I'm just gonna live in my own little bubble. No, like especially like as a college student, you can't just live in your own bubble. It's so lonely during if you're doing that during prep. You need to actually, like, I still go out and I just don't drink, but I still go out, which is fine, and I have fun. I still do other things. I was tailgating the other weekend. You still need to live your life, and it's not that different. Like, yeah, you can't go out to eat and order a huge pizza. You can try to find something macro-friendly on their menu. Even bring your own food. I know people think that's weird, but if you have a goal, you shouldn't even care at that point. Like, I brought my food scale to dinner the other night with my parents, and yeah, it was weird. Like, I had my menu up and had like the scale over here and was like weighing the chicken, and I even talked to the waitress. I was like, your chicken, can you give me the one that's not marinated in oil? Can you oven bake it because your grill has grease on it? Like, I know that sounds super OCD and super crazy, but like, if you have goals that you want to reach, you're going to do everything you can so that you can stay on track. Also, as a college student, I need to make time to go to the gym. Luckily, since 9th grade, I have been working out, so I've kind of had practice just making it a part of my day, and I've never really had a problem doing that. It's my outlet. But a lot of people, especially like, I mean, during prep, like, I'm in the gym longer now because I'm doing cardio. I add that on sometimes. I'm only doing it 3 times a week, and 2 of them are like almost 40 minutes long, my sessions. So that's like an extra time added on. So I just have to really budget my day, budget my priorities, and know when I have to go, what I have to do, and just get it done. Going into summer, going out to eat won't be easy, but like I said before, there's ways to get around it. Even if you have to go and you eat beforehand and then just order like a side salad with balsamic vinegar, not vinaigrette, but vinegar, and like a Diet Coke or something, that, you know, if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. And like, the people that are around you, they should support you. And like, I'm really lucky because my parents are really supportive. My brother's really supportive. A lot of my friends are super supportive in what I'm doing. So that helps a lot because, I mean, during my first show, prep, it was very difficult because the whole thing was very foreign to me. My family, my dad bodybuilded, so he like understood a lot of it. But a lot of things were very different, and I just had to get used to it. And also with my extended family a lot of the time, because my pupil was sick, so we were all together all the time. And we would like go to Greek food fairs, and I'd be sitting there eating nothing, and they'd be having like pastitsio, which is like Greek lasagna, which is the greatest thing in the world, and I'm just sitting there. But honestly, at that point, like, I didn't even care anymore. I was just like, I have a goal I want to reach. That pastitsio will always be there, and I can go back and get it whenever I want. After the show, it can be difficult to prep during the semester because it adds on extra time, it adds on extra stress. You have to make sure your meals are prepped. You have to make sure that everything is set in line, but like, it keeps you focused because it's that extra little thing you have to do that's just keeping you on track. And if you're focused like on your diet, focused with your training, that's gonna carry over into other aspects of your life. My grades this semester have not gone down. Last spring, I also prepped, my grades didn't go down. I've talked to other friends and their grades have been fine. It's just, you just have to be able to manage it and know what you're doing. But a lot of the times I actually find that it makes people incredibly focused. I remember even talking to my dad whenever he was in college, the semesters that he would be prepping for shows, he was also getting his best grades. So it kind of correlates into other aspects of your life. So don't necessarily be afraid of prepping during a school semester. The only thing you really have to keep in mind, like, this actually was hard for me last spring because I prepped the entire semester, which I would not recommend. But it just got hard socially because, yeah, you want to go out, but it's draining to go out whenever you're stoned, sober, probably hungry, carbless, and everyone around you is incredibly intoxicated. That's not the funnest. So you kind of have to get around that and work with it. And honestly, like I said before, if you have a goal that you want to accomplish, you'll do it. And something that's very important. Okay, so I was actually talking to my best friend Emily the other day, who I'm doing my show with, and we were just talking about meal plans versus if it fits your macros, all those things. And we're not against either one. We just both found that we like if it fits your macros the best. Because, I mean, I still do eat clean foods. Typically, I love chicken, broccoli, rice, sweet potatoes. I love that stuff. But it just makes it a lot better because if I'm stuck on campus and I don't have food with me, but I can find something that fits my macros, I can easily do it rather than finding an exact meal, seeing what to replace it with, or worrying about it. And it just makes it a lot easier. I haven't really wanted a cheat meal. I haven't needed one. I fit an Oreo into my macros sometimes. I have things that are really good, like the protein ice cream saves me. Literally, like, I think I've made videos where I've had protein ice cream. If not, I'm not having it tonight, but I will make a video with my protein ice cream, probably Friday, because I think it'll be good then. I'm like looking into my future of food. But that has really saved me because it basically tastes like a Frosty and it's really good. But a lot of those things, I mean, you can fit, like sugar is sugar, glucose is glucose. It's going to digest the same way, whether it keeps you fuller for longer or not. That's your decision. That's why I do like more nutrient dense foods than things that are more, have more sugar in them. But at the end of the day, glucose is glucose and everything turns into the monosaccharide. I'm getting pretty chemy here. But either who, if it fits your macros, for me, it fits the best. Now, maybe towards the end of my prep, I might want to do a meal plan. Might not want to track it anymore. If my macros are really low, I might just be like, Ryan, you take it. You tell me what to eat. I trust you. Whatever. And I'm fine with that. But right now, I'm still 10.5 weeks out. I still have fine macros. So it's easy and I can plan my own meals and it makes it so much easier. And I can have an Oreo. So is prepping as a college student, as a human in general, worth it? 110% yes. Like, whenever you're on stage, like after my last show in May, that prep was horrible. Like, I think I've gotten into it before. I think I've explained it before. If not, I'm going to do a whole video on what to look for and what not to look for in a coach. Basically, I ended up having 3 coaches. The third coach was the one that I had for my first show that I went back to because he's the best. And the other 2 just didn't really work for me. And so it was just a very, very stressful time. It ended up equaling out to like 18 or 19 weeks on prep, an entire school semester. And it was just very difficult. But honestly, like whenever I won overall, I started almost crying on stage, and I am not emotional. I don't have emotions. I'm trying. It's one of my New Year's resolutions. Sometimes I can cry, but it doesn't happen a lot. But I was tearing up on stage, and I have never been so happy. And even after my first show, I got 4th place, which isn't that good because it was like literally out of 5 people, but I was just really tiny and I was doing figure. But just I looked at it. I was like, I have had so much discipline and worked so hard for something. I did everything right. I did everything in my power. I never cheated. And it was awesome. And I was just like, it's so, so incredibly worth it. And I'm going to keep this video here and look back on it during this prep, during these next 10.5 weeks, if I'm struggling, and just know that it is worth it. And at least for me, it's what I love to do. If you hate prep, if you hate cutting, if you're doing it and like the first 3 weeks are hell and you hate them, don't do it. Don't stick with it. No one's telling you have to do it. This is your choice. Being on prep is my choice. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm so tired today. I have no carbs and I can't go out to eat with my friends. Like, no, this was my choice. I decided to do this. I decided to make my body look this way. I'm going to suck it up. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to embrace it. And I'm going to love it. So, yeah. Anyway, my shoulders are coming in. I'm so awkward. All right, fam. Okay. So, that was cute pose down. Yeah. Okay, so I'm basically done here. I am just going to show my next 2 meals, because it's a higher carb day, and I showed you 1 meal and everyone likes looking at food, so I'm just gonna do it. Basically, one's a microwavable meal that I've been wanting to eat, so that's great. And yeah, I'll show you those. And if you guys like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. I mean, I really don't care. I mean, I do care, but like, you know, election day was yesterday. You can do what you want. That doesn't make any sense. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat. I need food. I haven't eaten after my leg workout yet, and I need to go do that. So, anywho, bye.
Just give me you.
Okay, so first, for my post-workout meal, I have a salad with some salsa and seasoning on it. 6 ounces of a sweet potato, topped with salt, cinnamon, some of this kettle corn seasoning, and Walden Farm syrup because it's bae. Don't worry, I don't have this every day. I just had it twice today because it's good. Okay, now. And then this right there It's like a lean cuisine Alfredo pasta and chicken broccoli thing, whatever. It's gonna be good, so it's fine. Cream of wheat topped with dark chocolate Cheerios cereal, and the cinnamon bun cereal again, and a filled cupcake Oreo, and it's disgusting looking because it exploded in the microwave because I cooked it too long. Anywho, that's gonna cap off my macros for the night.